Good afternoon, everyone. Treasure Troller here from the partially mask-wearing militant state of Michigan, where we have more FBI agents and paid informants than we do actual conspirators in the kidnap plot of our governor and dictator, Gretchen Whitmer. Today, I just wanted to talk a little bit about these election results from the other day. And if I was a politician on any side of the aisle, what happened in New Jersey and Virginia would scare the living hell out of me. Doesn't matter, Republican or Democrat. First, it was a bad night for Democrats. And then next, and so Republicans, you know, had a lot to be happy about, and the, shall we say, the right side of the mainstream media was in a cheerful mood. It sends a pretty strong message to Democrats, but I think it also sends a pretty strong message to, or it should, to Republicans. I guess I shouldn't say that. I should say Trump supporters. Because really up until Monday, all you've heard is, well, who's the Republican nomination for president in 2024? Well, it's if Trump wants it. It's Trump if Trump wants it. It's always been about Donald Trump. But those results, I think, tell a different story. I think a lot of the independents voted for these Republicans, and you didn't hear these Republicans that won were talking about digging into an insurrection. They weren't talking about voter fraud. They weren't, in a sense, bashing critical race theory. And they weren't talking about the immunity enhancement program from, I guess, the national platform of it. They talked about a little bit more, you know, down on a sort of down home, average guy kind of platform. For instance, Ed Durr, I think his name is Ed Durr from New Jersey, that won that Senate president seat. I don't even know what that is. I have no idea what that is. He spent $153 on his campaign, and there's some discrepancy where it could have actually been more like $2,300. So let's say the guy, taking the average is about $1,200. So let's say the guy spent $1,000 on a campaign. The reason why he got in and ran for office was because he was denied a concealed weapons permit, and he had a clean record. That was it. That's why he got in. And then he started, I saw a comment, and he was like, people can't have jobs, they can't go to restaurants, they can't go shopping. That's just not the way things ought to be. That's what his platform was. We should be able to do the things that, you know, you can't take our rights from us. That was it. That was it. That's what won him the election. But he wasn't a divisive individual. Not like, I mean, for everything Trump was good at, being very abrasive was one of his weaker points that drove people away. So I think that should scare a lot of people. I mean, in Michigan right now, and I mean, Biden, I think, won by 3 percentage points in Michigan. I think the most powerful political candidates right now to run against our governor and dictator is that barber in I can't think of where he was from, south, kind of maybe down by Kalamazoo, somewhere in there, where he went and closed his barber shop down, and he had the the health department come in there. The other one is that Marlena, I can't think what her last name is, but the restaurant owner from Holland that was jailed. She was put on Tucker Carlson. She went on Tucker Carlson. She didn't want to shut her restaurant down. She wasn't observing the mask mandate. She came from a communist country. She just was not going to go along with this these infringements on people's rights. She goes on Tucker Carlson, and the next day the state police pull over and arrest her, and Attorney General Dana Nessel has her put in jail. So to me, the most powerful political candidates in the state right now is Marlena and a barber. That ought to scare a lot of politicians. The other thing too is they're talking about, and I just got a message from one of the places that I work about this new immunity enhancement vaccine mandate, and I talked about this earlier. You know, now it's going through OSHA. I talked about this before, about how they were going to do it. It's not going to be, in a sense, a mandate. This is, to me, like the Dr. Fauci, Rand Paul discussion yesterday as well. How do we make a mandate, not a mandate, but a mandate nonetheless? How do we not make it, I can't think of what the hell they did with the, but anyways, how do we make something not really something, but make it something? And that is, you take a mandate that can no longer be a mandate, and you run it through a different office that technically makes it a mandate. And that's what they've done with OSHA. In Michigan, when the dictator's emergency powers ran out with the mandates, they ran it through Health and Human Services. And so, and I said that they would probably do that. That's what Biden would probably try to do. And I thought they would run it through the same department, but actually they're running the mandate that's not a mandate, but pretty much looks like a mandate. They're running it through OSHA. So that's sort of how things may go. I don't know. I don't think these will, once again, I'm not an attorney, but I don't think they're going to hold up. I just don't think so. But like I said, I think Democrats need to look really seriously about this, because that's what cost New Jersey the election. You can't go to work, you can't have a job, you can't keep a job. And because of these, I don't think it's the right way to go. I think it's just further doubling down on something that people don't like, and people are going to eventually vote against you. It's pretty bad. So, if you're in the militant state of Michigan, I guess I'm calling it here first, where the barber and the restaurant owner are going to run for governor. They're going to spend about $500 on campaign promotion, and they're going to scare the hell out of Gretchen Whitmer, because that's the last person you want running against you. Somebody like 99% of the people that actually live in the state. So this is Treasure Troller saying aloha and good day.